Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am filming a 1-year post-graduation life updates video. My original, I graduated video went over so well, and so I figured that, I don't know, maybe some of you would want to know what I'm up to now, 1 year after graduating from university. So I'm just gonna put some makeup on, get ready, and chat to you about what I've been up to, where I've been, what I've been doing, and that kind of thing. So in case you did not know, I graduated a year ago with a degree in chemical engineering. And it was really exciting because chemical engineering was not an easy degree, and it was just something really exciting that I worked towards and I actually was able to accomplish. And so the fact that I was able to graduate with my degree in chemical engineering was really exciting for me, because there were times where I was like, okay, I don't think I can actually finish this degree. But I don't know, guys, I pulled through, I persevered, and I got my degree in chemical engineering. If you want to hear more about my thoughts on my degree, I don't even know if I talked about that in that video. But after you watch this video, you should watch my original graduation video where I talk about graduating and what I learned and that kind of thing, because I feel like I talked about a lot of important things in that video. I probably should have watched that video before I filmed this video, so I'm not repeating myself. But love me anyway. And then, by the way, all the products that I'm using on my face right now, I will list down below in the info box for you to go check out, because I want this video to be about me, not about the makeup. So because I graduated, I went on a graduation trip and I chose to go to Southeast Asia, which was, in a word, incredible. So I went to Japan, Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, Malaysia, and Singapore. And it sounds like a lot of countries, and that's because it was a lot of countries. I think I was gone for a month, I want to say. Between June and July. I was gone for quite a while, and it was really cool. Living out of a suitcase, obviously not my favorite, but the fact that I got to see all these incredible countries. I had gone to Thailand and Cambodia when I was really young. I want to say I was 11 or 12 years old when I went the first time. So I had been to those countries before, but there's just something about going when you're much older. You have an appreciation for the history and the culture that was really cool. So going back was really exciting for me, because I remembered all these different temples and all the architecture and all the culture, but it was just so much more magnified now that I'm way more mature. I'm 22 now. So that was, oh wow, that was 10 years ago. Dang, I feel old. If you want to see pictures from my travels, they're all on Instagram, and then I also have the hashtag Kaya Empire Travels, where I post all of my travel pictures. So if you're interested in seeing my travel pics, they're all on Instagram. I don't want to talk too much about my trip because I feel like a lot of it is on Instagram, but I think one of the coolest things that I did was go scuba diving in Thailand. We went to, so we were staying in Phuket, and then we took a boat out to Phi Phi Island, which is a really beautiful national park in Thailand. And the diving was really cool. I think my favorite dive was at Shark Point, and like the name suggests, we did see sharks, which was so cool because I love sharks. I think sharks are just like big babies. So Shark Point was a great dive. The visibility wasn't the best. I still am partial to diving in Mexico, like in Cozumel and in Playa del Carmen, because I think the diving there is just completely unparalleled. The diving was still really great. I got to see a ton of marine life. It was definitely one of my favorite dive sites I've ever been to. I am scuba certified. I got my open water certification when I turned 21. I do have a vlog on my channel actually, where it was a Mexico vlog, a travel vlog, where I talk about getting scuba certified, the process, and what I thought about getting certified and doing the dives and stuff. So if you're interested in getting your scuba certification, I highly recommend it. Once you start scuba diving, you will never, ever, ever go back to just snorkeling. So then fast forward into July. Actually, there isn't a whole lot of fast forwarding to do, because I came back from Singapore, and then almost 2 or 3 days later, I flew straight to New Jersey to start work. So not a whole lot of turnaround there. I was super jet lagged during onboarding. But in July, I started working for a pharmaceuticals company. Just want to preface this by saying I work in IT, not as a chemical engineer. So that was an interesting career decision that I made, because I kind of always knew that I didn't want to work as a chemical engineer, just because working in a plant was not what I envisioned for myself. When I like pictured my perfect career, working in a plant was not it. But working in IT is actually the perfect like adjacent to my degree, because I actually interface in my current role to the research labs at my company, and the research labs need a lot of help with their data processing and kind of like data science-y things. And so it's my job to interface with them and help them mitigate any roadblocks that they're coming across when it comes to technical IT things. So my degree actually does come in handy, and especially my experience working in a research lab during undergrad. I did work in a biotechnology research lab for 2 or 3 years during my undergrad as a research lab assistant. Because I worked in a lab, I was able to understand what the scientists were doing, and because I understood it so well, I'm able to use my technical IT skills to help them. I currently, if you want to know what I do day to day, I code in R, I code in Python, I do a lot of bash scripting or shell scripting, whatever you want to call it, and I am learning a lot. I have to say that now I'm out of an academic environment and I'm working full time, and my work is actually going towards something that's going to save someone's life one day. That is so cool to me. Like, it gives me so much purpose to wake up every day and be like, okay, I'm going into work and I'm gonna work on this project that's going to help this drug, that's going to save this many lives. Absolutely amazing. I find that so exciting. So in short, I love my job. My job is super cool. I think the really neat thing about my job is that I get to learn every single day. Like, mostly everyone on my team has a PhD in like chemistry or computational biology or biochemistry or immunology. Like, lot of big brains that I work with. They are incredibly smart people, but they're also crazy friendly. But they send me a lot of like research papers to read because they want me to stay up to date with like the research that they're doing. And it's cool because I understand it, because I did my degree in chemical engineering. I worked in a biotech research lab. Like, I get it. And then in addition, a lot of the work that I do is very heavily statistics based, and stats is something that does not come easily to me because I only took one stats class during my undergrad and I never took it in high school. So like, my understanding of statistics is very basic, but now I'm doing a lot of stuff with like a Bayesian framework, and one of my projects uses autoencoders, which is like machine learning. And so it's just like really crazy cool. So that's enough about my job. I did do some more traveling earlier this year. I went to Mexico and I did something way out of my comfort zone. I did cenotes diving, and if you don't know what cenotes are, they're kind of like underwater caves, but it's not a cave, but it is pitch black, so it is kind of like a cave. So I'm doing a terrible job of explaining that, I'm sorry. But basically cenotes are underwater caves. And what's really cool is not the fish that you see, because there are not a lot of fish because it's like pitch black. Like, all the different rock formations are crazy cool to look at. I will tell you though that it was cold. It was really cold, which was weird because you're diving in Mexico and Mexico is supposed to be warm, but it was really cold. So if you're gonna go cenotes diving, opt for a thicker wetsuit or like get a hood, because I was freezing. So, and again, there are pictures on my Instagram from that trip if you want to see that. What else? Guys, I just want to be honest. Like, in the past year, from when I filmed that video, that original video where I'm wearing that like pink and mint green sari and I'm doing my makeup, things are just so different now in ways that I had never imagined. And I think it's really important to share with you that life changes super, super quickly, and you have to be ready for it, and you can't fight it. You have to just go with the flow. And so if there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's that everything happens for a reason, and just be prepared for anything that life throws at you, because it'll happen and it'll be fast, and you just gotta be prepared and roll with the punches, because the universe has a plan for you and it's going to go just fine. You know what I think is funny? I'm putting on all this makeup, and you know what I'm doing at 6:45? I'm going to a yoga class. Does anyone else do a really bad job of putting on mascara? Because I definitely do a terrible job every time, which is weird because I'm on YouTube and I'm like a beauty YouTuber and I wear mascara like pretty regularly, and for some reason I just cannot put it on like an adult woman. Okay, last thing. I got this piercing right here in March with my best friend. We got matching piercings because we had been talking about getting matching piercings for so long. We finally did it and it was like this great testament to our friendship. But it was really exciting. But it is infected. And so if you have any tips on how to deal with ear piercing infections, especially cartilage piercing infections, please, please, please comment down below. I have tried everything and it's just not clearing up. But I've been doing like a saline rinse on it like 2 to 3 times a day, and that seems to be helping, but it's not going at the rate that I want it to be healing. So if you have any tips on how to not prevent, but how to heal a cartilage ear piercing from an infection, please let me know. But anyway, that is the completed makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Just to quickly wrap things up, I just wanna say that I am really freaking happy. Like, I'm really happy, guys. Like, don't worry about me. I'm doing great. I haven't been on YouTube a lot, not because I'm going through a hard time, but just because I'm really happy and I'm just like enjoying my life right now. I feel like everything is finally falling into place, like the dust is settling. When I made that video last year, I was going through like some really rough transition periods. I'm gonna call it just like a transition period because like bad stuff happened, but it wasn't bad. It was just transitioning. I was transitioning into a different phase of my life, and so some people, some stuff, some experiences had to happen. They had to go, but it turned out all for the best. So it was very stressful and I hate uncertainty and I just wasn't sure about a lot of things and it kind of drove me a little bit crazy, but I just had to have faith in myself and the universe to just like put me on the right path and keep me going in the right place. And I think tentatively I'm doing okay. I'm on the right path. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending this time with me. Have a beautiful week and I will see you in my next video. Bye.